In Southeast Asia, the Philippines is making a bold move, reinvigorating its alliance with the United States. On February 2, 2026, Manila and Washington finalized a landmark agreement, expanding U.S. access to key Philippine military bases. This isn't just about military logistics. It's a strategic realignment with global implications. The deal signals a decisive shift from the previous administration's China-leaning policies, reaffirming the U.S. as a vital partner. For the Philippines, it's a calculated step to strengthen national security amid rising tensions in the South China Sea. For the U.S., it's a cornerstone of its Indo-Pacific strategy, reinforcing alliances to maintain a free and open region. The world is watching. This agreement could reshape the regional balance of power. After years of fluctuating relations, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is steering the country back toward its traditional ally. This pivot is driven by pragmatic security concerns and a clear-eyed assessment of regional threats. The U.S.-Philippines deal is both a response to and a catalyst for broader geopolitical shifts. It directly impacts China's ambitions and the security calculations of neighbors like Vietnam, Malaysia, Japan, and Australia. Understanding this agreement is key to understanding Asia's future and America's role in it. The consequences will ripple through trade, security, and the daily lives of Filipinos. This is just the beginning of a story that will shape the region for years to come. The stakes have never been higher. To grasp today's agreement, we must look back at a century of U.S.-Philippine ties. The relationship began in 1898, when the U.S. acquired the Philippines from Spain, leading to decades of American rule. This era introduced new systems, education, democracy, and the English language, leaving a lasting legacy. World War II cemented the alliance, as Filipinos and Americans fought side by side against Japan. The 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty formalized this partnership, pledging each nation to defend the other. This treaty has underpinned military cooperation for over 70 years, deterring external threats. Today's agreement is the latest chapter in a long, evolving story, one shaped by shared sacrifice, sovereignty debates, and enduring security ties. The past is essential to understanding the weight of the decision made in 2026. During the Cold War, U.S. power in the Philippines was anchored by Clark Air Base and Subic Bay Naval Base, massive installations that shaped local economies and politics. These bases supported U.S. operations in Vietnam and deterred Soviet influence, but also sparked nationalist backlash over sovereignty. In 1991, the Philippine Senate voted to close the bases, marking a new era of independence. Yet, regional dynamics soon shifted. China's rise and assertiveness in the South China Sea exposed new vulnerabilities. The 1999 Visiting Forces Agreement and the 2014 Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, EDCA, allowed U.S. troops to return for joint exercises and rotational presence. These deals set the stage for today's expanded partnership. The alliance has evolved from permanent bases to flexible modern cooperation. Economic and social impacts remain significant, but the focus is now on strategic deterrence and regional stability. The Philippines is, once again, a key player in the U.S. Indo-Pacific strategy. The lessons of the past inform the cautious but steady return to closer defense ties. The alliance adapts, but its foundation remains strong. The new agreement is a response to changing threats, not a return to the old model. The partnership is now about access, not occupation. The future of regional security depends on this evolving relationship. The 2026 agreement expands the 2014 EDCA, granting U.S. forces access to 4 more Philippine military sites, now 9 in total. No new American bases are being built. Instead, the U.S. gains rotational access to strategic locations, especially near Taiwan and the South China Sea. These sites are chosen for their value in responding to regional crises and deterring aggression. The deal allows for joint training, pre-positioning of equipment, and infrastructure upgrades, runways, fuel storage, and housing. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin calls it a big deal for combined training and crisis response. Philippine officials emphasize sovereignty. The bases remain under Philippine control, with U.S. forces present only temporarily. The agreement brings significant U.S. investment in military infrastructure, benefiting the armed forces of the Philippines. It's designed for flexibility, supporting everything from disaster relief to complex security drills. The focus is on interoperability, not permanent bases. Both sides see the deal as essential for deterrence and national defense. The agreement reflects a modern approach to alliances, adaptable, strategic, and mutually beneficial. It's a clear signal of deepening U.S.-Philippine cooperation. The region is watching closely. This expanded pact is a game-changer in the U.S.-China rivalry. The Philippines' location gives the U.S. a vital foothold in the first island chain, crucial for regional strategy. Beijing sees the move as a provocation, especially with new sites near Taiwan. The deal raises the stakes, increasing the risk of miscalculation between superpowers. Southeast Asian neighbors, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, are watching, weighing their own security options. The agreement signals renewed American commitment and could encourage greater regional cooperation. The Philippines is now a frontline state in Asia's security landscape. The stability of the Indo-Pacific hinges on the success of this revitalized alliance. Politically, President Marcos Jr.'s embrace of the U.S. alliance marks a sharp break from his predecessor and consolidates his power. The move aligns him with the defense establishment and boosts his international standing. Critics warn the deal risks sovereignty and entanglement in great power conflict. Economically, U.S. investment in EDCA sites promises jobs and local growth, echoing past booms near Clark and Subic. Stronger security ties may also boost investor confidence. But China, a major trading partner, could retaliate economically, reducing trade investment or tourism. The government must balance security needs with economic realities. Socially, increased U.S. troop presence could reignite old debates about sovereignty, crime, and environmental impact. The Visiting Forces Agreement provides a legal framework, but tensions may flare. The deal's success depends on careful management of political, economic, and social dynamics. Filipino public opinion on the U.S. is complex. High trust and strong cultural ties coexist with deep-rooted nationalism. Many welcome a stronger U.S. presence for security, especially amid Chinese assertiveness. But a vocal minority opposes foreign troops, citing sovereignty and fears of being drawn into conflict. Protests and debates reflect a history of colonialism and a desire for independent foreign policy. The government must show that the alliance brings real benefits and respects Philippine sovereignty. Success depends on delivering economic gains, regulating troop presence, and managing risks. The alliance's future hinges on winning both strategic arguments and public trust. The hearts and minds of Filipinos will decide the path forward. For expert insight, we turn to Dr. Renato de Castro, a leading analyst on Philippine defense. He sees the expanded EDCA as a logical response to China's gray zone tactics in the South China Sea. The main benefit: enhanced deterrence. U.S. access raises the cost for any aggressor and gives the Philippines time to modernize its military. But there are risks, chief among them, entrapment. Closer U.S. ties could drag the Philippines into conflicts, especially over Taiwan. EDCA sites in the north could become targets if war breaks out. Dr. de Castro also warns of increased Chinese pressure, more aggressive actions at sea, and possible economic coercion. The challenge: withstand pressure without backing down, while proving reliability as a U.S. ally. The Philippines has chosen its side, he says. Now it must manage the risks. The alliance is a gamble. Betting deterrence will work, but preparing for consequences if it doesn't. The stakes are real, and the choices are difficult. The renewed U.S.-Philippines agreement is more than a headline. It's a lesson in the power of alliances. In a world of uncertainty, international partnerships shape security and prosperity. The Philippines is leveraging history and geography to navigate great power competition. Sovereignty today means choosing partners to protect national interests. The alliance's success depends on mutual respect, steady political will, and shared commitment. The story is bigger than two countries. It's about the kind of world we want, one governed by rules, not might. Manila and Washington have chosen cooperation over isolation. In an interconnected world, alliances and the principles behind them are our greatest strength.